I'm Dr. Michelle Dickinson, and today we are going to be talking about plants. We're going to talk to somebody who studies droughts and the impacts of droughts on plants. Cate Macinnis-Ng is a plant biologist who works in the beautiful kauri forests of Aotearoa. Cate and her team explore how climate change influences plants. They measure how much water plants use and how much carbon plants store under different environmental conditions. Hi Cate, how are you?
I'm good, thanks Michelle. How are you?
I am great. Can you just introduce yourself for me, please?
My name's Cate Macinnis-Ng. I'm an Associate Professor and Rutherford Discovery Fellow here at the University of Auckland. I work in the School of Biological Sciences, and I'm also part of Te Pūnaha Matatini, which is the Centre for Research Excellence in Complex Systems.
Let's start at the beginning. Did you love science when you were a child?
Yeah, I did. Both of my parents are science teachers, so I think I was always going to love science, and it was sort of something that was always been in my blood.
And can you tell me a little bit about your job?
So I do all kinds of different things here. I mostly focus on research, and I'm really interested in plants and how plants interact with environmental conditions. So when we think about things like climate change, they're really going to affect plants, how fast they grow and how much water they use and that kind of thing.
And what is the coolest thing about your job?
My favourite thing to do is climb trees. So we get out in the field and climb the trees and do measurements on the leaves. For many years, I just got my students to do the climbing because I thought I was afraid of heights, so I didn't do it. And then I thought, I'm going to try this out one day. And I loved it. And I wasn't afraid of heights at all.
So I've seen some footage of you climbing trees. And when you say climbing trees, you're talking big trees, right?
Yeah, so we get sort of 20 metres or more up in the air. We definitely have to do it as a team. And we get professional climbers to help us out because obviously there's lots of health and safety issues around climbing big trees. And so they help us with the climbing, and then we operate the equipment, which is things like this.
What is that?
So this is a leaf gas exchange system. And what it helps us do, I know you've been talking a bit about transpiration, so it helps us measure how much water is coming out of leaves. So we can actually measure and quantify the amount of transpiration coming out of leaves. And what we do is we take a leaf like this. So if you imagine I'm up in a tree, we grab our leaf like this, and then we pop this chamber over the top, and it closes like this around the leaf. So you can see the little window there that's got the leaf inside it. Now this instrument is attached up to, I'll kind of see if I can show you, it's a computer and a whole other processing unit. And what we're measuring here in the chamber is some of the gases that come into and out of leaves. So the gases are the carbon dioxide and also water. And so by measuring carbon dioxide and water, we can work out the rate of photosynthesis and also the rate of transpiration coming out of the leaves. So when we're ready to go, we've got a little button here that we can press to take the measurement, and then we can do that, and then we can go on to the next leaf.
That's amazing. And so you do that at the top of a tree?
Yes. So it's quite awkward when you're in the tree trying to manage all the equipment and make sure you're all tied on properly and things, and reaching out to the leaves, but it's lots of fun.
What do you enjoy most about what you do?
I think I just really love being out in the forest. I've always enjoyed being outdoors and in the forest, and I think that's really what got me into this type of science. I was always going to do science, but doing botany lets you be outside a lot.
So Cate, can you tell me a little bit more about your work with Te Pūnaha Matatini?
So Te Pūnaha Matatini is the Centre for Research Excellence in Complex Systems. So research excellence centres are all about bringing together some of the best researchers from around the country to work on some common things. There's not many plant biologists in TPM, I don't think. I think I might be the only one. So there's people working in social sciences, lots of mathematicians and physicists, people working in economics. It's all kinds of different people, and it's quite rare to have so many different types of specialists coming together. And that's what I really love about TPM, because it's an opportunity to work with all sorts of different people.
And so if there's a budding scientist out there now who's really interested in studying plants or doing something, what should they do? Go grow something in their garden, or what do you advise that they do?
Oh yeah, grow things if you want to, or get out into the forest and just have a look at what's around. I mean, there's so many different things you can learn about plants, even just understanding the different plants that there are, having a look at the different growth forms, because there's so many different, it's trees, but there's tiny little plants. I'd say just get out there and have a look. But also botanic gardens are a great place to go. So do go and talk to your local botanic gardens.
I love it. Cate, thank you so much for your time today. It's been so interesting.